Well, here we are again, folks. This is Brother Peter with tidbits from the Word. So proud to be with you. And I got a question that people ask me all the time. And they say, Brother Peter, tell me something. Why didn't God answer my prayer? I'm mad at God. He didn't answer my prayer. Well, I got news for you. He did answer your prayer. If you prayed to God and you are His child, you've asked Jesus to forgive you of your sin, come in your heart and save your soul, and you meant it, and you're following the Lord now, and you say, well, how do I know if I really meant it, Brother Peter? I'm going to tell you how you know. If you really meant it, you're following. If you didn't mean it, you're not following. Have you had a difference in your life? Is your tongue different? Is your language different? Were you a drinker, an alcoholic? Were you a thief? Were you a liar? Were all of your principal things in life opposite from God? And you said, Lord, I'm a sinner. Forgive me of my sin. Come in my heart, save my soul. And now everything just like it was. You didn't mean what you said. You did not mean what you said. The church building is slap full of people today who did not mean it when they asked the Lord to save them. And they haven't changed one bit. They walk in smelling like smoke from hell. They walk around, and if God wanted smoke to come out of a man, he'd put a chimney in his head. And so the Lord had to deal with me. I got saved in 1972, had a pack of cigarettes in my pocket. And I love to smoke. I love to smoke better than anybody in the world. And God began to deal with me about that. And He sent me up to the jailhouse to preach. And while I was up there preaching one day, another man came in and smoked a cigarette. When I left the spot I was in, I stopped. And when I got around the corner, I wanted to hear what the man had to say. And those guys in there railed on him. They said, hey, get out of here, man. You stood there and smoked a cigarette while the preacher preached. You can't tell us nothing. And the Lord said to me, you got a pack of cigarettes on the seat of your truck. And I did have. And I said, Lord, you're going to have to help me with this. Because I do love to smoke more than I love you. I did. I love to smoke more than I love the Lord. And when that little old cigarette called, that little old white thing, when it called, I went. When it called 3 o'clock in the morning, I lay in bed sleeping. It called at 12 o'clock at night, I'm laying in bed sleeping. Wake up and light one. Wake up and light one. Wake up and light one. Smoke all day and smoke all night. Hey, I love to smoke. I could put 3 cigarettes in my hand, smoke them all at the same time when I was alone. I love to smoke. God had to take that love away for me so I could serve Him. And I did not quit smoking. I got delivered. God delivered me from smoking. He gets all the credit. All the credit's His and not mine. Okay, let's go back. Why didn't God answer my prayer? He did. He answered it. He either answered it yes, He either answered it no, or He answered it wait. Now, I've asked God for some things, and He answered it no. But I was waiting for a yes. And there wasn't going to be a yes. Because the Lord said to me, if I say yes to this, you will go way off over there somewhere, and you won't be worth a dime. And this is what I've always said. As long as I'm broke on Monday, I don't have any problem serving the Lord. But you give me more money than I need on Monday morning to get through the week, and I'm about as sorry as you can get. I'm just plain sorry. I say, well, I got plenty of money. I don't have any concerns or worries or anything. But when I don't have the money, I have this concern. I got to get out and make some. So it doesn't bother me one bit. I put every penny in my wallet in the offering plate on Sunday if we broke on Monday, so the Lord can speak to me, help me out, and make me be honest and keep me straight. My most unhappy time is if I got money. If I haven't got money, I'm usually pretty happy because I'm dependent 100% totally on the Lord to deliver me and take me through. And you know my story. I've told it on here before. I've been a paint contractor all my life. Paint contractors either have feast or famine. They either have work or they don't have any. They sometimes draw a check once a week, and sometimes draw it every 2 weeks. Sometimes they draw it every 30 days. So the in-between can get very slim. But anyway, let's get back to the answer on our prayer. Why didn't God answer my prayer is the question. A lot of people say to me, what happened, Brother Peter? I had a child that was 5 years old and got ran over, and I hold that against God. And why would God let my child get run over? Well, you don't know it, but when your child was going to be 15 years old maybe, he or she was going to get into some serious trouble, wind up in the penitentiary for the rest of their life or something. And God sees the end before the beginning. And God knows if a 5-year-old child has gone to heaven, he has gone to heaven, or she has gone to heaven. And in heaven, they'll be forever. And you will have them forever if you're going to heaven. But if you're not, then you won't. What you need to do is make sure you go there if you have a child that has superseded you. A mother or a father who are Christians have superseded you. If you want to be with them forever, all you have to do is repent. Say, I am a sinner. God, forgive me of my sin. Come in my heart and save my soul. God always answers prayer in 3 ways. Yes, no, or wait. I've heard innumerable stories through my life. And I got a real good preacher friend that found this Volkswagen. He had to have it. He had to have it. And God seemed to be saying to him, leave it alone, leave it alone, leave it alone. He said, and he ran over God and he said, I got to have it. So he took what little money he had and he bought it. It didn't make it home. It was a piece of junk. It wasn't worth anything. But he bought it anyway. And so he had to suffer through it until he got it right. Now, you might have thought that God didn't answer your prayer, but he answered your prayer. He has always answered your prayer if you are saved, if you are a Christian. Now, let me tell you what can hinder prayer. What can hinder prayer for Brother Peter, for me? Back when I was smoking, and the Lord said to me, don't smoke anymore. I continued to smoke. You know what that smoking became? First thing it became to me as a sin. Until the Lord showed it to me as a sin, it wasn't a sin. But the minute the Lord showed it to me as a sin, then it became a sin. Now I know it's a sin, and I continue to do it. Now I'm regarding iniquity in my heart. That's what iniquity is. It's a known sin. A known sin. Man, woman, boy, girl. Man mainly, right now. Man, let me speak to man. Man, if you look at a woman and your eyes travel from the top of her head to the bottom of her feet and back up, you are a straight out sinner, and you have in you, inside of you, you have iniquity. And that iniquity will keep God from answering your prayers. Because you have, in fact, become a trained adulterer. You have trained yourself to be an adulterer by having a desire for a lady that belongs to somebody else besides your wife. And therefore, you got your problem, serious problem. I had it. I know, listen, I'm not talking to you, a guy in the blind. I said, Lord, you got to help me with this when I got saved. And you know what the Lord said to me? He said, you look at that woman's soul first. He said, I wonder if she's saved. I wonder if she's going to heaven when she died. If she was standing there naked and you say that, it's going to take that nakedness away for you, and you're going to be concerned about her soul. And that's what we need to be concerned about, the soul of another person. It's not wrong to say that's a nice looking lady, but it is wrong to commit adultery in your heart with that lady when you see her. The Bible said that you are an adulterer, and no adulterers will enter the kingdom of heaven. So you better watch out how you've trained your soul and untrain it. Because what you do with your heart can get you in serious trouble. We'll see you next time. Been good to be